Following this, I request Soni Bhola ma'am to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Basant Kumar Goswami, with a shawl, a stone memento, and a bouquet.
This all is just giving a great responsibility also.
Finally, I request Dr. Vagish Upadhyay sir to felicitate our Honorable Vice Chancellor. This National Moot Court competition, organized from 22nd to 24th November 2024, is a significant milestone for all of us as it marks the beginning of what we hope will be a long and fruitful academic initiative. It is also worth noting that NUSRL Ranchi is the fourth university in the country to have established a consumer chair, the Center for Consumer Research and Policy, under the guidance of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Ashok R. Patil, sir. He has dedicated this to safeguarding consumer rights through awareness, grievance redressal, and stakeholder engagement. Its mission is to empower consumers against unfair trade practices and promote safety and education in various sectors such as e-commerce, health, finance, and transport in alignment with the Consumer Protection Act 2019. The chair collaborates closely with the Ministry of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, headed by Shri Prahlad Joshi, which was established in June 1997 to strengthen the consumer movement in the country. National University of Study and Research in Law Ranchi, established in 2010, embodies the vision of our constitutional forefathers that law, the legal system, and legal institutions play an essential role in the human, social, political, and economic development of the nation. I would now invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to deliver the welcome address. With over 25 years of teaching experience, Professor Patil is a source of inspiration for all of us. Having joined NLSIU in 2008 as an associate professor and administrator of consumer law and practice, as the chair professor, which was established by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Sir's leadership and vision have been instrumental since he assumed charge as the Vice Chancellor of NUSRL Ranchi in June 2023. His unwavering commitment to education has profoundly impacted the growth and success of this institution. Sir, we respectfully invite you to address our dignitaries and enthusiastic participants.
Thank you very much. A warm good morning, distinguished guest Ranbir Singh, founder and former Vice Chancellor of Nalsar, Hyderabad, NLU Delhi, Shri Basant Kumar Goswami, President Jharkhand State Consumer Commission, dear faculty members, dear students, and all the participants. On behalf of NUSRL Ranchi, it's a great honor to extend a heartfelt welcome to each one of you to the National Moot Court Competition on Consumer Protection Laws 2024, organized by the Chair on Consumer Research and Policy at NUSRL Ranchi and the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Government of India. The Consumer Chair at NUSRL Ranchi, established in the month of October, and as she mentioned, fourth national law university which has got consumer chair, endowment chair in National Law School. It is truly a privilege to host this prestigious event at our university for the first time on consumer laws. And we are delighted to have you all here with us. The importance of the consumer rights in today's world cannot be overstated. With the rapid advancement of technology, globalization, and changing market dynamics, issues of consumer protection have become increasingly complex and critical. This moot court competition presents an excellent platform for you, the future leaders of the legal profession, to engage with these issues, hone your advocacy skills, and contribute to the evolving discourse on consumer rights and justice in India. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Government of India, has been at the forefront of ensuring that consumers are empowered and protected. And it is heartening to see that this event, in collaboration with the Consumer Chair, is working towards fostering a deeper understanding of these critical issues within the legal community. Moot court competitions like the one we are inaugurating today offer an unparalleled opportunity for participants to delve into real-world legal problems, develop their research and analytical skills, and engage in rigorous legal reasoning. I would like to take this moment to extend my sincere appreciation to the Secretary, Ms. Nidhi Khare, Minister of Consumer Affairs, Government of India, and Joint Secretary, Sri Anupam Mishra. Both, they were working hard to protect the consumers in India. I am associating with Minister of Consumer Affairs, Government of India since 2008. I was actively involved in drafting of the new legislation, Consumer Protection Act 2019, then later rules and regulations in policy making. A lot of things directly I involved, and even I was involved in, presented my views in Parliamentary Standing Committee and Supreme Court Committee, lot of things. So this is the new area, consumer compared to 1986 is broadened. Still, the importance of this particular act or powers of central authority or the new chapters added in the Consumer Protection Act like product liability, those things not yet reached. And these types of programs or competitions will help everybody to understand this particular act. And in future, I'm sure this will be the one of the very important subject in the legal education. Already, many of the national law schools are teaching one independent subject, a mandatory independent subject on consumer welfare legislations. We are also proud of the effort, preparation and enthusiasm the participants have brought to this competition. This is your opportunity to challenge yourself, showcase your talents and learn from one another. Regardless of the outcome, the experience you gain here will be invaluable as you continue your legal education and professional journeys. This competition over the next 3 days will witness some of the brightest young minds from law schools across the country as they engage in robust debates, persuasive arguments, and refined legal reasoning, all concerned on the crucial domain of consumer protection laws. Consumer rights have become an essential aspect of our evolving legal landscape, ensuring fairness, transparency, and accountability for every citizen. Through mooting, we aim to nurture future legal experts who are not only skilled advocates but also champions of justice and consumer welfare. I would also like to express my gratitude to everyone present here who have worked tirelessly to make this event a reality. May your argument be sharp, your research thorough, and your spirits once again, I welcome to NUSRL Ranchi and thank you for being a part of this important event. And this particular campus is 67 acres of campus, and recently last year we got Green University in Campus Award also, and this year we got Higher Education Excellence Award. We are trying our level best to go to the higher levels by collaborating or coordinating with the students, administration and faculty all together. So with this, I wish you all the very best in this competition. Your stay in the campus will be memorable. With this, I will welcome you and thank you very much.
So, we thank you for your kind words of encouragement. As mentioned by you, this initiative will definitely foster our legal reasoning and acumen by the way of this enriching moot court competition. And this would definitely help us in understanding the evolving nature of consumer protection as a discipline. I would now invite Ms. Soni Bhola ma'am, Assistant Professor, NUSRL Ranchi, to briefly introduce this moot court competition.
Good afternoon, everyone. Esteemed judges, participants, faculty members, and distinguished guests who are present before us, warm greetings. And on behalf of NUSRL Ranchi and the Center for Consumer Rights, it's my privilege to be introducing the moot before all of you. Only yesterday, Professor Ranbir Singh we were having a discussion with Sir, and Sir was talking about the relevance of moot court competitions. And we were discussing how moot court competitions are one of the most holistic extracurricular activities. The preparation for moot court competitions begin almost 2-3 months prior to the actual participation. And the research skills are honed through the competition. Of course, students are provided with an opportunity to engage with their peer, prepare arguments, prepare submissions. And the conclusion of this happens when they are facing a bench and they are trying to argue before a bench, and the bench for this competition as well as for most other competitions comprises both of advocates as well as judges, which gives them a peek into what their future could be. So the best thing about this is it just does not just teach you an individual activity, it helps you understand how you can also be a team worker. So all of this combined, moot courts teach you not just how do you research or what do we mean by legal research, it also goes beyond and builds your, shapes your personality. So with this, it's such a glad thing to notice that the government has also recognized the relevance of this, and the Ministry of Consumer Affairs which is funding this moot, and not just the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, the government through various other ministries is also funding so many moot court competitions. The previous generation lawyer did not get this opportunity. So it is such a good thing for you all to explore career options through so many extracurricular activities. So this competition, we know all of you must have already gone through the moot court proposition and must be knowing that the basis of this is PCPNDT Act, the Prenatal Pre-Diagnostic Test Act, and it tries to focus on how it relates with consumer rights. So the proposition is so fascinating because it interplays between so many parallel issues ranging from consumer rights, misleading advertisements, dark patterns, which is very pertinent in the contemporary time with the consumer forums being both offline as well as online. So dark patterns and the fact that there are so many other ethical challenges that the problem is facing. So one key thing that comes off my mind is how PCPNDT tells us that we cannot disclose the sex of a child, of an infant or a fetus. But many testing agencies, what they do is they tell you either laddu or peda, identifying whether it's a girl or a boy. which is prohibited under the legislation and also is an unfair consumer practice, but it is still happening prevalent across the country. So this is the problem itself is very pertinent in the contemporary time, and I really hope that all of you would have researched well. We know that the problem is a little lopsided. It is favoring the consumer more in context of the organization that the consumer is fighting against. But that is so true, and this is where your true skills will come out, where you can, it would be difficult for you to fight from the side of the other party, but it would be a challenge that you will all be thoroughly enjoying. What is great to notice is that given the timeline, which was very limited, we have participation from across India. Teams from NLSIU, from Delhi University, from Nirma University, from CNLU, we have teams from Tamil Nadu NLU, we have a couple of teams from Jharkhand itself, we have Army Law Institute. So pan-India participation is there, which just goes to show how consumer rights is a pertinent issue and is an issue that is interesting to all of you. Thank you so much for coming and participating in the event, because it's through the participants only that an event becomes successful. And this divergent participation goes on to just reflect how we have been also able to reach out to all of you. So thank you everyone for being here. And with this, I would just like to, would not take much of your time. I would just ask you that, let the arguments commence, and may the best team, the best arguments win the competition. All the best to all of you. Even we are hoping to see really good participation from your side and arguments from your side. Thank you so much. All the best.
It gives me a privilege to introduce our chief guest, Professor Dr. Ranveer Singh. Professor Dr. Ranveer Singh, Pro-Chancellor, IILM Gurugram, is the founder and former Vice Chancellor of NALSA Hyderabad and National Law University, Delhi. Sir is a towering figure in legal education and policy making in India. Sir has headed the revered Ranveer Singh Committee, constituted to review the criminal laws. His illustrious career includes associations with institutions like the National Legal Services Authority, Indian Law Institute, National Police Academy, at the UNHRC, Geneva. Professor Singh has held leadership roles in organizations such as the Shastri India and has received numerous accolades, including the N.R. Madhav Menon Best Law Teacher Award 2011 and the Alumnus of Distinction Award from Kurukshetra University, conferred by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. His contributions have shaped the legal landscape of modern India. I would now request Sir to address us with an insightful address.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Okay. Vice Chancellor, Professor Patil, thank you for inviting me. My first time to Ranchi, actually. I've been thinking of coming to Ranchi for a long time, but it would be possible only during your tenure as Vice Chancellor. We have been knowing each other for a long time from Bangalore, and it is really a pleasure to be here with us. Faculty members, we have participating teams. There are more than 20 teams participating in this competition. I'm extremely delighted, of course I said, being here in Ranchi, more so because I'm happy about the nature of the moot. I don't know how many moots I go to inaugurate and to be the judge in the finals in various law schools. But the trend is the corporate mooting. Wherever you go, you have a moot on competition law, insolvency, merger acquisitions. The focus is entirely different. So I'm hardly seeing moots happening on constitutional law or happening in human rights or happening in issues like this. I believe this is a positive change that we decided at Ranchi to have a moot of a different kind and on a subject which is very, very important in these days. So congratulations for organizing the moot on consumer law. Normally in the law schools we have a very strong culture motive. And what we do is that when we have to select a team, we will have an inter-class competition and an intra-class competition, and then draw a list of researchers and mooters, which will in that particular academic year will participate in various moots announced during that academic session. This is repeated every year because we want that a maximum number of students should be able to participate. We don't do it like many of the prestigious private colleges, that one team which has performed very well, that team would be representing the university in almost all moots. Probably the idea is not this. The idea is to one thing which can be selected to do a moot on international law or selected to do a moot on international law or competition law or insolvency law. I have seen students in my own place in NLU really doing day and night research and working so hard and doing a fantastic job. So one good thing about these kind of moots is the students engage in research of their own, not because it is imposed on them, because they like to do it. So that's a very positive sign as far as the moot is concerned. And in that light, as I shared with the faculty also yesterday, that it is the best outcome-based activity as far as the students are concerned. And when I started looking at what is the purpose, what kind of values the moot court will imbibe in the students, and I found I have a long list, but I will not deal with the entire list. I will deal with some of the important values which the moot will imbibe with you. First is self-confidence. When you participate in the moot, first when I saw students participating in the first moot, they were in a terrible condition. But once they participate in one or two moots, they are very, very confident. So there are these skills which are very, very important in a lawyer, that you should have a lot of self-confidence. Dealing with emotions, dealing with conflict, you have a lot of conflict inside you when you argue. Dealing with stress, when we say that so-and-so team will come and represent the moot, I have seen the candidates under a lot of stress. Some candidates are very comfortable, some are not able to cope up with their stress. So moot will teach you to cope up with that stress. You set your goals. What are you going to argue? What your partner is going to argue? And then you also learn planning, how to plan a moot, how to deal with criticism when you are dealing with those problems. Then there is a divergent thinking. You don't think on one line. Your thinking becomes very divergent. And you also learn about convergent thinking. Convergent is when you perform as a team, how you have a convergent thinking. Logical reasoning. And then learning to learn. And the best part is you become more technology savvy. As I said in the morning to the students, that the three mandates which any law school should be that we need to produce a generation of lawyers. Those who are technically sound, professional, and socially relevant. So you become technically sound because you deal with all the database, all that technology available for your research. And then you also learn the art of communication, the art of speaking, the art of keeping quiet, because that is also very, very important. Dealing with failure. When you blunder somewhere, your argument, you learn to deal with it effectively. You also learn to assert your point. If you really feel that your argument is very, very sound, then you should know how, without allowing the bench, you assert that what I am trying to convey is very, very important for this. And you also develop analytical ability to analyze things which are there in a moot court competition. Now, these are, see, I am not reading the whole list which I have drawn. These are only important facets of various venues which moot court invites in you. In the end, my best of luck to all the teams. Do well and best of wishes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful address. As mentioned by sir, there's definitely no other activity in law school apart from mooting that brings us as much benefit and academic satisfaction as mooting does. Moot court competitions help us in dealing with our emotions and also developing and honing our self-confidence along with enhancing our research skills. I would now take the privilege to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Basant Kumar Goswami. Mr. Basant Kumar Goswami has served in the higher judicial services in the state of Jharkhand from January 2002 to February 2021, encompassing a career spanning over 20 years. Sir has been promoted as PDJ in January 2008. Mr. Basant Kumar Goswami was inducted into the bench in 2002 and has had an illustrious journey spanning 19 years as a distinguished jurist. His Lordship retired as PDJ Dhanbad in 2021. However, Sir's commitment to legal accessibility continues as he serves as the President of the State Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, contributing significantly to the field of consumer law. I would request Sir to address us with an insightful lecture.
Yeah, hello. Audible? Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, it's audible.
Dr. Patil sir, Dr. Ranveer Singh ji, a very known authority in the field of law. I've come to know here. We are law students, faculty members, and especially the consumer research and policy wing of your university, and all connected officers, professors, and the entire team, media people. This is the first moot court joining by me today, though I have held 30 years moot court in practice. Though I had no formal mooting during my student career. But 10 years as law practice in civil and criminal field, and after that 19 years and then these 4 years. So it is becoming almost 33 years. Is enough time to give you a big learning in every law field, basically to teach you how to conduct moot court, how you can articulate your law subject before the court. This university has really given you a very big opportunity, and especially I congratulate Madam Nidhi Khareji, the Honorable the Secretary of the Government of India, with whose efforts this has been possible, almost with the collaboration of C.R. Patil Sahab and his team members. The moot court obviously familiarizes with you the practical aspects of putting your case, presenting your case, how to prepare your pleading, how you are going to produce your witnesses, evidence before the court, how you can control the court, because some of you may be judges in the moot competition, how the judges is conducting the court management, how the litigants are being controlled in the court. This I am speaking of by way of practical experience we have had in my career. You may be having a vast studies in law over the period you have undergone. But theories you have already studied. For example, Evidence Act, Old Evidence Act, there is provision of 32, one die declaration. And suppose a question crops up. You have all read a man making a statement in dying circumstances or under circumstances which a person would not be called for, cannot be called for evidence in the court. How his evidence, his statement becomes relevant. Now most of the people, I am telling you through experience, a number of good lawyers even they do not know how to produce that part of statement the person dying has made implicating someone else. So this practice either we have learned through practical experience or we can learn here from exchange of actions, pleadings, arguments, your presentation, your persuasiveness, how the lawyer and how to one making argument, the other countering it, how in most cohesive manner, how you can without hurting the feelings of the court, you can in articulate manner convince the court, look yourself, my case is just and the unjust behavior has been made by the other side. So the practical aspects which we have been experiencing every day in the court, you are supposed to do here by making similar presentation, imaginary presentation out of the course allotted to you, CPP, PCP and DT and vis-a-vis the consumer laws. The consumer laws, basically, I would thank the university and the people of like Patisa. This is a very big area, it's a small law. Law is small, but the people are affected at large because everyone on Indian land is connected to, is a consumer. You buy a salt, you buy salt or space shuttle, you become a consumer. Even by quasi-contract feeling, you become a consumer. Quasi-contract you might have read, even if though there is no formal contract, but still, by moving in the market, buying something or even not buying something, you are a consumer watching the TV, endorser और उसमें बहुत से ऐसे people आते हैं जो they are making surrogate advertisements. You are not even able to know which one is right, which is correct. So how to cope with this situation? This we have very few cases of misleading cases, misleading information because the most of the power and jurisdiction lies with CCPA under section 10. So seldom cases will come before you during long course of profession. But yes, jurisdiction is there. We have to present the problems in the form of pleadings, how to substantiate your pleading, that is by way of written statement, you might have all read and order it. Then how to make issues. You see, I'm giving a practical example. Not a single court in Jharkhand make frame issues itself. This practice perhaps is not in your state. The court under Rule 14(3) orders. The result would be the issues are there, the grievances are met something different, the issues are met something different, the evidence is brought on something other points. And the court will be at a mix. What kind of findings should we give? Because they are pleading something different, issue is different. So be very specific that the pleadings in the coming days when you choose your profession, you have to identify the grievances pleaded, raised, objected and the point comes before you to be solved by way of evidence, and you have to give finding. And while presenting your case, you have to be too courteous, not hurting the feeling of any lawyer, either side, any litigant. We always maintain the decorum of the court, because you are just posing yourself to be a special court, like everything happening in the court. It may have been given the name of moot, but it is going to give you best learning. Number of times, and I will, too many students have come for internship. I will request Patil sir, even not formal internship training, you send all those students who are desirous of getting practical training in my court. I always welcome to educate, love people, love to educate people and new young minds. Thank you. And at the last, I congratulate each participating team, around 20 teams, for your good exposure, for your best participation. Though only one team will win, but that is going to make you gain some big exposure.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful address. As mentioned by sir, moot court competitions indeed aid us in all the practical aspects of the legal field. Along with all the theoretical knowledge, the moot court competitions also familiarize us with aspects like persuasiveness, countering arguments, and most importantly, professionalism. I would now invite Dr. Shivanshu Das, Assistant Professor, National Law University of Study and Research in Law, Ranchi, to conclude today's inaugural ceremony with a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, esteemed judges, respected faculty members, distinguished guests, and dear participants. It is with immense pride and privilege that I am here to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the organizing committee of the first National Moot Court Competition on Consumer Protection Laws 2024, organized under the aegis of the Center for Consumer Research and Policy, National Ranchi, in collaboration with the Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Government of India. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to our visionary leader, Professor Dr. Ashok R. Patil, Honorable Vice Chancellor, ADUSL Ranchi sir. Sir, your unwavering support, visionary leadership, and constant support have been instrumental in conceptualizing and executing the significant event. Your dedication to fostering academic excellence and your focus on practical legal education inspire us to strive. We thank you for guiding us and lighting the way for the initiative. Our heartfelt thanks go to our guest of honor, Honorable Mr. Justice Basan Kumar Goswami, Acting President of the Jharkhand State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Sir, by your gracious presence and deeply appreciating valuable knowledge and wisdom you share with us. Your journey and commitment to justice constitute to inspire legal professionals and students alike. A special note of appreciation goes to our chief guest, Professor Dr. Ranveer Singh, distinguished professor and former founding vice chancellor of both Nalsar, Hyderabad and New Delhi. Sir, your unparalleled contribution to legal education and policy making in India have left an indelible mark on the legal landscape. Your inspiring works today have not only enriched our understanding of consumer protection laws, but also reignited our commitment to the cause of justice. We are profoundly grateful to our esteemed panel of judges whose presence elevates the competition to greater heights. Your wealth of knowledge, insight, and dedication to the legal profession will undoubtedly guide and inspire our participants, leading a lasting impact on their professional journeys. A heartfelt thanks to the faculty members of the Center for Consumer Research and Faculty, and whose tireless efforts and meticulous planning have brought this event to fruition. Your commitment to nurturing young legal minds and fostering academic excellence has been the backbone of the competition. And I would also like to acknowledge the incredible contribution of our dedicated team of volunteers. Your behind-the-scene efforts, organizational skills, and unwavering enthusiasm have been pivotal in ensuring the smooth execution of this event. You exemplify the spirit of teamwork and dedication, and for that we are truly grateful. Lastly, to the participants who have traveled from various institutions across the country, thank you for your enthusiastic participation and for bringing your unique perspectives and talents to this competition. It is your passion for the law and your dedication to the principles of justice that breathe life into this event. We hope this moot court competition provides you not only with the enriching experience, but also with memories and lessons that will stay with you throughout your legal careers. Once again, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for making this inauguration a grand success. Your presence and contribution have made this event truly memorable. Thank you, and may this competition pave the way for the future endeavors in the pursuit of justice and consumer rights. Thank you all.
Thank you.